Hi, I'm Eric Prosher, and I'm from Jesse Brown VA Medical Center, and you're watching a live call-in TV show brought to you by CAN TV 21, and we have some special guests today as we're going to be talking about Jesse Brown's flu campaign and our kidney and diabetes screening. Our first guest is actually Mr. Influenza. And Mr. Influenza, thank you for coming on and taking your time to share with us your knowledge. So why are you here? Why are you here today, sir?
It's a pleasure to be here. I had sort of a slight incident at a Christmas party last year, and the judge decided I needed to do some community service. So I'm here to tell everyone about the flu vaccine.
All right. Well, I'm glad I brought some hand sanitizer. So why should we be worried about the flu?
Flu's a major killer every year. I take out about 30,000 people in the United States alone. One of the major causes for people being out of work, and I just rain havoc every year during flu season. Proud to say.
Okay, great. It sounds like we have a caller already. Why don't we open the lines? Hello, caller. You're watching CAN TV. We're talking about the flu. What is your question?
Well, I was thinking about getting the flu shot, but I've heard that you can get autism from the flu shot, so I was wondering what you thought, if you thought I was at risk.
Okay, so the question is, can you get autism from the flu shot? I've never heard that. I know Sarah Palin had some things about vaccinations for children, but what do you say, Mr. Influenza?
There's no scientific evidence. In fact, unfortunately for me, the flu virus, the flu vaccine is actually one of the safer vaccines you can get. It's actually made with a dead virus, so when people talk about getting flu after getting the flu shot, that's just not true.
Okay. So, how are you spread? How do you get around?
I move around. And let me tell you, I move around a little bit. I can be spread through contact, whether it's people sneezing or coughing, leaving their germs across just about anything, and I'm tough. I stick around for a long time.
So if I wear a mask, would that protect me?
That won't work at all.
No?
When they give out masks, typically it's to give to people who actually have the flu already, and they're trying to prevent or minimize the amount of fluid or germs that they're coughing out of their body. So wearing a mask isn't going to keep you from getting close to me.
So how dangerous are you? Like, there's Ebola and other viruses that can really destroy you, but come on, the flu? Everyone gets the flu every year, don't they?
Well, I'm a killer. As I said, about 30,000 people a year. I'm proud to say that during the 1919 Spanish influenza outbreak, I killed between 30 and 40 million people worldwide, and I am responsible for more deaths than all of the Black Plague. So, yeah, well, I'm good at it.
That's a pretty good record, or a pretty bad record, I should say. So if someone gets the flu once, do they need to worry about getting it again? Does your immune system build up
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The flu mutates every year. So it starts in the area around Nepal and India and China, comes out of there. Typically, there will be 3 or 4 different strains that come out. And just because you get the flu even in 1 year, a different strain may in fact come after you, and you can get sick again. When they make the virus, they actually use 3 or 4 different strains, so it protects you from different strains of flu as well.
Okay. So it can be different strains every year?
Oh yes, it's different strains every year.
And so the flu shot, I guess that's why you would need a flu shot every year?
Yes.
Okay. So, bottom line, and remember that you have to tell me the truth, how can people protect themselves from you?
Well, first and foremost, they can get their flu vaccine. That's given at a lot of places, whether it's community centers, drugstores. At the VA, we offer it free to our veterans, as well as our employees. you can also wash your hands. That goes a long way in terms of washing your hands and using hand sanitizer. Don't do that. Don't. Don't.
What? I'm confused. I don't know if I should listen to you or not, because it sounds like some of the things you're saying are factual, but it would make sense I would put hand sanitizers, right?
Yeah, hand sanitizer is a good way, especially when you're in public places, to prevent yourself from either getting the flu virus or moving it around.
Okay. So what ways is the flu shots being offered? Are there different routes that the
Sure.
flu injections?
There's the natural just flu shot, which really isn't all that painful. But there's also, for individuals who may have allergies or can't tolerate the shot, there's actually a nasal injection form as well for it.
Okay. And why veterans? Why should veterans get a flu shot above and beyond anybody else?
Well, a lot of our veterans are at-risk populations, which makes them more susceptible, and they may be in public places where they just may be exposed more. Also, whether they're young or old, they aren't going to want to spread the flu to somebody else. You look relatively healthy, so for instance, if I gave this to you, you could probably handle getting the flu, but you might have small children at home, you might have a grandparent, you might have elderly neighbors, you may have somebody who is immunocompromised, and you can spread it to them and they can get very sick and even die.
Wow. So I might not develop symptoms, but I could carry it and spread it to family and friends and other people that might be more
Certainly, it may be on you. Yeah.
And what's the best way to get rid of that again?
The judges tell me I have to say yes, right?
That's right.
Yes, you should get a flu shot.
A flu shot. All right, all right. So for those of you that have just joined us at home, you're watching a live call-in interactive program brought to you by CAN TV, and we're talking about the flu. And August is a flu campaign. It's beginning at Jesse Brown. We're revving up, getting ready for the season. Now, is there, and we're here with Mr. Influenza, who's been...
Call me Flu.
Mr. Flu has been court-ordered to do some community service, and so he's telling us the facts about the flu. Now, what about how soon should a person get a flu shot after they're being offered at Jesse Brown, and when does the campaign start?
The campaign kicks off in August, and we'll do a public announcement there. And you should get it as soon as possible. With the travel patterns now in the world, the flu season is actually starting earlier and lasting longer.
Wow. So if I get it early in the campaign, that should check me throughout the whole season, or I guess how long does the flu shot last?
Typically, it'll last through the whole season. It should cover you through the whole season and build up that resistance to me.
To you.
Are you sure?
Okay. I got some injection here. You have to protect yourself. So you heard it, folks. You got to wash your hands. You have to protect yourself. Get the flu shot. So thank you, Mr. Flu. Later on, we're going to have a special guest that will be coming on and talking about the leadership at Jesse Brown VA. But now we're going to talk about the National Kidney and Diabetes Screening Program that Jesse Brown will be hosting on Thursday, August 18th, 2016. And so please welcome our special guest, who's a nurse director training, Mrs. Osea Yaboa. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So what do you think about that flu, Mr. Flu?
That was great. I mean, one thing to protect yourself, we always say vaccination, vaccination, vaccination. And this year, we're going to have a great campaign in VEG. Like he said, the campaign is going to start in August, and we are going to hold a walkthrough clinic. Last year, we did a walkthrough for 2 consecutive weeks in a row, and we were able to immunize about 900 veterans.
900
Yes.
veterans. Wow.
So it was
that
very,
was last year?
very successful.
What's the goal this year?
At least 1,200.
1,200.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yes.
that's ambitious. So
Yes.
for those out there, remember, come by, get your
flu shot.
flu
It's
shot.
free. And also, one good thing that the VA is doing is they've partnered with Walgreens Pharmacy.
Okay.
So that veterans do not have to travel very far to get their immunization.
So they don't even have to come to the
They
VA.
don't even have
You
to come to the
You
VA.
can go to the Walgreens
Yes.
and they can get
You can go to your
vaccinated.
local Walgreens. All you have to do is show your veteran ID, and then you're gonna get your immunization, and it's gonna be sent directly through the electronically to the VA. So your record
It will be
there.
in the medical record,
Yes.
which is amazing
It's
because
amazing.
you could have proof. It's going to be in your medical
Exactly.
record that you got your flu shot.
Yes.
Wow. And this is
Prevention,
a partnership
prevention.
with the community, Walgreens.
Yes, Walgreens.
Do you know how that developed? And
Well, it was a national initiative, and
Okay.
it's been very, very successful.
Excellent, excellent.
yes.
So, since you are our expert, our nurse here, our master's trained nurse, is there any counterindications for flu vaccine?
Well, we say if you're allergic to eggs, or if people can have reaction to the vaccine, and so that will be definitely a contraindication if you're allergic to the vaccine and allergic to eggs. And we do share that with you. We give you information regarding the flu so that you are aware of what you're getting.
Okay.
The side effects are very, very rare. I mean, one of the minimal side effects that you may experience is soreness and redness on the side.
Okay.
The site of injection.
Sure.
Yes.
Now, if I were to get the flu shot, tomorrow, and the flu came around early, how long does it take after you get injected for the flu shot to work?
About 2 weeks.
About 2
we
weeks?
say, yes.
Okay, so that's another reason
To get it.
to get it early and
Get
come
it
in
early.
Great,
Get it early.
great.
Yes.
Hey, for those of you that are just joining us, we're here. I'm with special guest, Mrs. Osei Yaboa.
I'll say your boy.
Osei Yaboa. Forgive me. She's a nurse, nurse training,
Nurse leader.
and I'm the
Veterans Health Education Coordinator.
Veterans Health Education Coordinator. I
Correct.
really messed that up.
Yes.
Jesse Brown.
That's okay, Eric.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for coming out and talking a little bit about the flu and some other things. So
Yes.
what are some other things that Jesse Brown VA, located at 820 South Damon Avenue, what are some other things that the VA has in store for our veterans to help protect their health?
We have the free screening coming up August 18th. It's a free, it's a prevention fair. So we're gonna have diabetes screening, hypertension, weight, body mass index is gonna be measured, and also urine samples are gonna be collected to screen for kidney function.
Oh, wow.
So it's gonna be great. We are very excited. We are partnering with the National Kidney Foundation, and they're gonna come to our facility and provide the services for free to veterans. And we also encourage our employees to come to it so that they can also maintain
Free
their
kidney,
health.
diabetes, and
Yes.
a whole bunch of
Correct.
health screening. It
Correct.
sounds like we have another caller, so why don't we
Okay.
take that call?
Yes.
Hello, caller. What is your question?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Dominique,
Hi, Dominique.
and how are you?
Good.
I'm a person that doesn't take flu shot.
No?
Scared to because I feel like it's gonna cause some type of problem. Can you advise me as to what I should do?
Yes. Hi,
I've been
Dominique.
taking them in a long time because I've heard so many bad things about them.
Yes. The flu shot doesn't make you sick because it's an inactivated virus. It's not uncommon to have a mild headache and fever, but that should only last for a couple of days. Sometimes there are a lot of viruses already existing in the community, in your workplaces, and you may be getting sick already, and all those can coincide. But the flu shot does not make you sick.
And
So we encourage you to get it because you're a healthcare worker and you want to stay well.
And as we found out from Mr. Flu, it's not only for your own protection, but you're protecting your family and
Family,
friends and people you come into contact with.
Exactly.
So it's very important.
It's very important.
And when are you guys giving out the flu vaccine?
We're expecting our shipment in anywhere between August 15th and September 15th. So we'll probably start immunization. Just like last year, we started somewhere around the 20th of September based on when we receive the shipment in. And our walkthrough clinic is going to start in August, first week of August into first week October and second week October. We usually hold it in the atrium from 8 to 3 p.m. And it's a walkthrough. Just come in, get your shot, and it's free to veterans and employees.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you for your
welcome.
call.
Thank you for your call.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right. So is there anything else that we should know about upcoming events at Jesse Brown?
Yeah.
About the screening, about the health fair, about the flu?
The flu. That's about it for now.
Okay. Well, I thank you for coming on. And we have another guest, and we hope to have you back in the future. Right now, I want to talk a little bit about Welcome Home, a veteran resource fair that's going to be coming up. And this is, we're again partnering with the Chicago Park District, and it's going to be a resource fair August 23rd. From 12:30 to 4 o'clock at Soldier Field. So tune in, and to get more information, look at Jesse Brown's Facebook website. Hello. So, how are you, sir? I'd like to introduce our special guest. This is our acting medical center director, Mr. James McLean.
Yes.
And I wanted to thank you for taking your time to participate in our show, and wanted to find out a little bit about what you're up to and what you think is important at Jesse Brown.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm Jim McLean, and it really is great to be the acting director at Jesse Brown. It's a fantastic facility with great staff taking care of terrific veterans. I mean, it's truly been a pleasure to be there, and I look forward to my time at Jesse Brown. There are lots of things going on. If you look at some of the reports that are coming out nationally, just validating that the VA provides good care, really just as good, if not better, than our community providers, as well as on a timely basis. And I'm proud to say that at Jesse Brown, if a veteran needs to be seen, particularly in primary or mental health, we're going to see them. And we'll see them that day if they need to be seen.
Yes, I think you're referring to the national publicity around access and veterans getting access and wait lists and stuff like that, but that's not been a problem at Jesse Brown.
No, it's not. And we have excellent relations with our other community providers and our affiliates. And I think that's important because in certain circumstances, we're going to need to refer our veterans over to our community partners for that care to ensure that if they need specialty care that we can't provide, we're able to get them into it and have them seen timely.
Great. So let me backtrack a little bit, because I understand that you served. You are a veteran, and you were in the 101st Airborne Division.
Yes, I was.
And you were deployed in Operation Desert Storm and Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yes. Yeah.
So, what led you to the path of medical center director? Where did you come from? Where are you going? In 25 words or less.
25 words. In 2007, I was retiring from the military, and I was getting ready to interview for jobs in New York. And a friend of mine who was in the VA and was retiring from the VA asked me, hey, would you consider coming to the VA? I'm retiring and you'd be a good fit for my job. And I thought about it, and I realized, I had spent the last 20 years taking care of soldiers. And being a healthcare executive wasn't my passion. Taking care of troops was my passion. So once I thought about that for a little bit, I realized, yeah, I really do want to come and work for the VA. So I was fortunate to go to New Jersey. I was the chief of their 10 community-based outpatient clinics. Then advanced to lead one of their campuses, the Lions campus, very beautiful campus. And then in 2012, was very fortunate to be selected to be the deputy director in Milwaukee, and that's the position I've held ever since.
Oh, wow.
And I got a call asking me to come to Jesse Brown to be the acting director, and I said gladly. Fantastic facility, great reputation, and I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being at Jesse Brown, working with the staff, interacting with the veterans, and being a part of the Chicago community.
Great. We have 5 minutes left, so those of you that are watching, we're talking to Mr. McLean, our acting medical center director at Jesse Brown VA Medical Center. So Zablocki VA, that's where I started my VA career,
Oh, okay.
Back in 2005 when I got off active duty. So how long will you be around at Jesse Brown?
Well, I know through the end of September, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay, great. So this is your last chance to ask a question about anything, about the flu, about health care for veterans. We have a special guest, Mr. Jim McLean. And also, I have a couple announcements about upcoming events, a welcome home ceremony that's coming August 23rd. We also have the Valor Games that will be during this time. It's 3 days where there will be some competition. Lunch will be provided, breakfast, and residents are open from a whole variety of states. Again, to find out more about the Valor Games and the Welcome Home Ceremony, www.chicagoparkdistrict.com/program/veterans.
And I think it's important. Everybody's enthused about the Olympics right now, but the Valor Games are a great time. I really encourage people to go out and watch them. Some terrific athletes out there, and I think people will not only enjoy themselves, but may even learn a little bit.
Yes, definitely. And everyone should know that one of the in September coming up, there's Suicide Prevention Month, and the Veterans Crisis Line is there for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Speak to a live person, 1-800-273-8255, and press 1 for veterans. Well, Mr. McLean, thank you for your time coming on the show. We're going to wrap it up, and audiences, you can stay tuned. We'll be here next month, the fourth Thursday of every month from 6:30 to 6:55. And thank you for your service. Thank you for your leadership, and thanks for coming on.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on. And what's up with the hand gel?
The hand gel was, again, one of the ways that we can begin to protect ourselves, here you go, from the flu and the upcoming flu season. So washing your hands, using hand gel, and getting your flu shots are the 3 things that I want you to take home and implement in your life so you can protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and protect your community.
And to all our veterans out there, thank you for your service.